Suddenlink, in partnership with Dave Campbell's Texas Football, believe in great connectivity and supporting each community it serves. And that's why we've teamed up for the third consecutive year to present the Dave Campbell's Community Connector School Program presented by Suddenlink. This fall, 15 schools will be spotlighted, and at the end of the season, communities will rally the vote for their school to be named the Community Connection School of the Year and a chance to receive a $2,500 donation thanks to the support of Suddenlink. Today, we are proud to spotlight our Community Connection School of the Week, Huntsville High School, and the recipient of the Community Connector Award, Lisa Blackburn. Lisa has been selected to receive this nomination for all of her hard work, dedication, and service to the Huntsville community. Joining us to celebrate Lisa, we have the Superintendent of Huntsville ISD, Scott Shepard. We have the Principal of Huntsville High School, Paul Trevino. And joining us on behalf of Suddenlink is Regional Vice President Mike Petty and Market Engagement Specialist at Suddenlink, Kurt Allison. Now, Lisa, when Coach Southern reached out to you and told you that you were being presented with the Community Connector Award, tell us a little bit about what your reaction was and what motivated you to get involved in supporting Huntsville High School and their students.
Well, my first reaction was I was very humbled. And then I loved the thought of the word community connector. That made me feel very humbled as well. And then I thought about myself and Mr. Trevino, Scott, Dr. Shepard, and Coach Southern, and serving the community and serving one another. That's a Hornet's heart, and that's who we are, and that's what we do. So it made sense, community connector. And then I think you asked, how did I get involved with it? 10 years ago, I made a decision to change my career path so I could be with my son and be with him in his high school years. So I joined the team and said I'd give it 1 year, and I fell in love. I love the team. I love the people. I love what I do. So.
Coach Southern, Lisa is obviously a tremendous community leader there in Huntsville. Tell us a little bit about why you felt she was most deserving of the Community Connector Award.
Well, probably the biggest thing, Lisa and I have worked together now for 8 years, or this is our 8th season together. And, just watching her do her day-to-day role for us and how much she, number one, wants us to be successful, and us meaning from me all the way down to every kid that's in our program. She's almost like their mom a little bit as far as trying to take care of our program, take care of our kids, take care of our reputation. But she's also been in this community longer than I have. So I have seen her obviously taking care of kids in probably ways that, you never notice or you never see. And those kind of things, but also the day-to-day interaction with ticket holders and community members that, no matter what the circumstances, Lisa's going to paint it into a picture that is hopefully better than it really was. But, the ability to do that and be genuine with it was one of my main reasons.
And Coach Southern, we talked a little bit about this past week about, what makes the Huntsville community so special. Tell us a little bit about what that is and why is it so important for you to preach community involvement to your kids and your students there at Huntsville?
Well, a one high school town in the state of Texas on a Friday night is a very unique place, no matter where you are, no matter how big it is. One high school towns, you always kind of hear coaches say or people say, a Friday night, we're the only show in town. But I think we've got to look much deeper than that. I tell our kids all the time, I'm Coach Southern if I'm at Walmart, if I'm at church, if I'm out in the neighborhood, I'm still Coach Southern. So, I have to be, in my role, I feel like, an example for this community, and we have to fight for our community. We're like any other community. We've got some great things happening, but we've also got some things that we've got to be better at. And we're trying really hard to be able to be both of those things. Obviously, be a great example on a Friday night of how to act and how to carry yourself, how to handle winning, and then obviously if we have to handle losing, how to handle that. But there are also a lot of kids in our situation that may not have a dad or mom or whomever it may be. And I feel like we as coaches have to fill some of those voids. And I don't think you can do that if you're not genuinely a part of your community. You know, I've always believed, I've been a head coach in 3 schools, and all 3 of them were one high school towns. And, you know, I buy my house there. I finance my house there. My insurance is with local people. I buy my cars local. And those are little things, but I think community people understand that if you truly buy into being a part of where you live and obviously where you work.
And Principal Trevino, Lisa's obviously a tremendous community leader and sets a positive example for the kids there at Huntsville High School. Tell us why it's so important to have people like Lisa that are there setting a positive example for your kids, and how important is it for you to preach community involvement to the high school students there at Huntsville?
Well, one of the things we strive to do here at the high school, and Lisa Blackburn is the epitome of what we're striving to do, is create that bridge between the community and the high school. And she definitely assists us in doing that. And but we want to make that connection, because when we build those relationships, it just impacts our campus, impacts our student body, and impacts our staff.
You know, this is a really special time for us, and we are so thankful to have the support of Mike and Kurt from Suddenlink, who are a great presenting partner of the Community Connector School Program. We started this program back in 2019, honoring 5 schools, grew it to 10 schools in 2020, and this season we get the opportunity to recognize 15 schools. Mike, I'll start with you. Tell us why it was so important for Suddenlink to partner with Dave Campbell's Texas Football to spotlight high school communities, and how special is it for you to see a school like Huntsville, a community in which you guys serve each and every day, receive a recognition like this?
Yeah, thanks, Rob. It's really important to us to give back to the communities that we serve. That investment is important not only to us, but it's to them. And so, what does it mean? It means a lot. We started with Dave Campbell's 3 years ago and recognized this is just an excellent partnership with Dave Campbell's football, and everything that we've done is something that really makes sense to recognize somebody like Lisa, who obviously pours into kids and pours into coaches and the staff, and that makes a lot of sense. And Lisa, we're humbled to hear your story and the things that you do and why that's important to you and to your family and the benefits that the community get. And so for us to just be a small part of that is important, and it's exciting for us to see what's happening in Huntsville.
Thank you.
And Kurt, you've been the boots on the ground, traveling all over the state with me, and really have seen this program grow firsthand. How special is it for you to see a community connector like Lisa receive recognition like this, and also Huntsville High School, community in which you guys serve, be honored with the Community Connection School of the Week?
I mean, there couldn't be a better partnership, you know, and working together with Dave Campbell, and beyond that, Lisa, all of your great efforts and work. I mean, this is obviously well-deserved. Every time we show up at a Friday night game and we get to see the crowds and cheer with the fans, we don't realize all those other things that have to happen in order to make that possible. And it seems like you're an intricate part of all of those details, as well as probably many, many others within the game. And so I can't thank you and commend you enough for all the hard work. And as many games as I'm at a different game every Friday night, I thank you, and I thank the others like you for all that work, because we're able to come and just have a good time. But someone behind the scenes doing all the hard work, and that's you. And as the Huntsville community, when we got the opportunity to select Huntsville and work with you guys to do that, it just made sense for us. You know, y'all are such a growing program, and the recent bond to your city and how you're going to continue to grow your athletics program, and wanting just to play a small part in that, and helping to be a small part to recognize you not only in your area, but in the state. And the good things that are happening in Huntsville are very important to us as a company. And so we commend all of you and what's to come, and are just so excited to be a very small part of the great big things happening in Huntsville. And thank you, Lisa and Dave Campbell, for letting us be a part of this.
Thank you.
Superintendent Shepard, what does it mean to you to have partners like Suddenlink who are committed to recognizing the community efforts from folks like Lisa, not only there at Huntsville, but across the state of Texas as well?
Well, it's certainly great to have partners that recognize the hard work and effort that our staff members put forth to provide top quality products for the community, and also to recognize our students too. 3 years ago, we started a simple thought or a motto in Huntsville ISD, which was building champions. And it's not just a phrase, it's really who we are. And it was built on the premise that we would build champions in our kids and our adults and in our community. We also added to that we would just provide outstanding customer service, and that we would always be pleasant and professional in everything that we do. And Lisa embodies those simple concepts in her daily walk and what she does. Certainly an important part of the educational process is having top tier extracurricular activities for our kids. Our athletic department, quite frankly, I believe is second to none. We teach our kids to be great athletes, but first and foremost, to be great students and great people. And Lisa works behind the scenes to make sure that, like Kurt said, the experience that people have when they come to a Hornet athletic event and the experience that our kids and parents have on a daily basis while taking part in our athletic department, she makes sure that those things come off seamlessly behind the scenes. And we appreciate her, and we certainly appreciate Suddenlink and our other partners.
Lisa, it is clear that you are loved and appreciated in the Huntsville community. I'm going to give you the final words. Any final words for Mike, Kurt, and the folks at Suddenlink?
Well, I do want to reach out and say thank you so much for doing this for the communities all across the state of Texas. Friday nights mean a lot to all of us, and I just want everybody to have a great experience and feel the what do you want to call it? Just feel the love and the excitement when we're out there. And thank you for being a part of that and choosing our wonderful school district. We are making great strides. I am I am Hornet proud. Thank you again for your generous donation. We really appreciate it.
Well, on behalf of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Suddenlink, congratulations again to Huntsville High School for being named our Community Connection School of the Week, and to Lisa Blackburn for receiving the Community Connector Award. Lisa, in honor of this recognition, Suddenlink will be making a $250 donation back to the Huntsville program in your name. Thank you again for all you do for your school and your community. And Huntsville High School, you are now one of 15 schools in the running for the Community Connection School of the Year Award and a chance to receive a $2,500 donation for your school. Voting will take place at the end of the year on texasfootball.com, and Hornets fans, it will be up to you to rally the vote to lift Huntsville High School to the top. Thank you again to Superintendent Shepard and Principal Trevino for joining us here to recognize Lisa. And last but not least, thank you to Mike, Kurt, and the team at Suddenlink for your support of the Community Connector School program.